What's up, guys? Today I'll be doing a review on the Title Boxing SCYNTZ Bullet Bag. So stay tuned. Okay guys, so before we do the review of the SCYNTZ Bullet Bag, I'll give you guys a quick close-up. Starting from the top, you have the metal carabiner that attaches to the round galvanized metal plate. From there you have 4 chains that attaches to the galvanized support ring down below. And then the bag itself attaches to that ring using nylon and leather straps. The bag itself is made of 2mm thick genuine leather and is manufactured in Pakistan. You have some labeling up top right there. At the crown of the heavy bag, the top of the bag, you can see that it's closed off using laces. So this is not like some of the other bags where they have a zippered opening. This one actually has laces, kind of gives it a little bit more of a classic look. Where they put the fill of the bag, it uses 2-inch thick gel air foam. Obviously I haven't opened this up because I would have to unlace it, but they use 2-inch thick gel air foam, and I'm pretty sure they use maybe some like cloths or some other type of material to give it fill on the inside of the bag. I feel like the gel air foam is used on the punch surface portion of the bag. You have the SCYNTZ logo that's all embroidered, has kind of like a SCYNTZ shield. You have this really nice band, this band that goes all the way around the bag. That's all stitched in, it's leather as well. You also have another SCYNTZ badge below this other one that is rubberized, that's stitched in. Another circular band that goes around the circumference of the bag. And then you have kind of like these little welted seam pieces that go vertically down the bag throughout the entire bag itself. At the very bottom it says gel air foam. And then you also have a galvanized metal ring at the bottom if you want to attach this to a weight so you can keep the bag a little bit more stationary. Completely up to you. Some people like to do that, some people don't, but you do have that, and it's stitched in there with that nylon strap, so it's pretty sturdy. In terms of the way it feels, this is really a perfect bag. It's not stiff at all, and nor is it too soft. It has an excellent consistency and feel to it, which I'll describe here a little bit more in the review. So here it is, the SCYNTZ Bullet Bag. Hey guys, Carlo here. Today I'm doing a review on the Title Boxing SCYNTZ Bullet Bag. This bag retails for $299, although Title has an ongoing sale on this bag. I believe they're currently selling it at $153, which, to be quite honest, is an amazing deal for a bag of this caliber, and I'll explain why here in a second. Dimensions wise, the bag itself, not including the top ring, but from the top of the bag to the bottom, is 45 inches in height. I'm 5'8", so standing next to the bag, you can see it's pretty much a perfect size. This is the kind of bag that you can use really anywhere, whether it's in your gym, at home, in your garage. In terms of sizing, it's pretty versatile. It's not too small. It's not like an uppercut bag where it's a little bit more rounder. So definitely from a size perspective, it's perfect. And it is 14 inches in diameter, so the width of the bag is perfect as well. It's made of full genuine leather construction with 2mm thick leather, and it is manufactured in Pakistan. The padding on the inside is what Title would describe as 2-inch thick gel air foam. Now, the top of this bag, typically I open the bag up because the other reviews I've done on heavy bags usually have a zipper where you can open it up and kind of see what's on the inside. With this one, it's all laced in, so I didn't get a chance to unlace it or lick on the inside, but the consistency of the bag, from what I can tell, is they use that gel air foam on the punch surface part of the bag. Now, they may fill the inner part of it to give it the weight, maybe with like rags or torn up clothes, or maybe something more consistent like, you know, terry cloth towels to give it its weight and its consistency. But the actual punch surface from top to bottom is consistent throughout the entire bag. So regardless of where you punch this bag, it's going to feel the same. You're not going to get that settling feeling at the bottom where it feels like you're hitting a wall here, and then in the middle it's much softer, and the top is a little bit more on the medium side, which is great. The bag itself weighs in at 75 pounds, and you can also get it in a gray colorway. So basically it would just be the opposite of this one, where the main color would be gray, and then these little leather strips right here would be black. So completely up to you on what you would want to go with. Now, like I showed you guys earlier in the close-up portion of the video, It kind of has a classic old school look with it. It has the laces up top. You also have this galvanized metal ring with the 4 chains up top with the metal plate. Now, what this ring does compared to a heavy bag where everything kind of goes with the straps to one connecting point. So like the nozzle bag and the prolapse bag, you have 4 straps and they all kind of come together, and then you have one piece that kind of connects them all in the middle. For me, what this ring does is it stabilizes the bag from swinging too much, because the weight is distributed to the outer perimeter of the bag. You can see that the chain actually connects to this ring. So rather than it kind of pulling together into one spot, you have this metal ring here that kind of keeps the bag nice and stable when you're punching it. And so it has a purpose to it other than the actual aesthetics. There is some functionality to that. You know, quality wise, the bag is very nice, full genuine leather. It's held up really well. I've had it in my garage for several months now in the heat here in Arizona. You know, we're almost going 3 weeks of 110-degree weather, and it's held up really nicely. The best feature of this bag by far is going to be the padding. When you're punching this, you can actually punch this bag barehanded if you wanted to. I'm gonna throw on my boxing gloves here in a second, but you can see that it sinks in real nice. You can almost see like my hand kind of leaves an imprint, and that gel air foam is very, very forgiving to your hand. So if you wanted to, not that I would say you should, but you can really hit this bag barehanded and not worry about discomfort or hurting your hands. And you can see even with power, it's really comfortable and consistent. I'll put my goat boxing gloves on so you guys can see that as well. But the consistency of the padding is awesome and perfect really for all of your punches, whether it's your jabs, your straights, your hooks, your uppercuts, overhands, whatever it may be. You can hit it right in the middle. You can hit it low, you can kind of go lower. One thing to also notice is that the bottom, which is where the name of the bag comes from, bullet, is kind of shaped like a bullet, meaning that the bottom of the bag is tapered down, it's rounded. So if you wanted to, you could essentially hang this bag higher up and kind of use the bottom portion where it's rounded, a little bit for more like uppercuts and hooks if you wanted to, completely up to you, but that rounded portion gives you that ability to do so if you hung the bag up a little bit higher. But even if I hit it low down there, it feels consistent. It doesn't feel like the bag is settling or getting a lot harder at the bottom. It feels consistent throughout. Even up top towards this area. Now do keep in mind the straps go underneath this leather ring. So if you hit where the nylon straps are stitched into, it might feel a little bit harder. That's just because the straps are in there. But even if I hit up top, it feels really consistent towards the middle and the lower portion. I mean, it feels great. And if you have a prolapse bag or a nozzle bag or any of those American-made bags that are made of tarpaulin, which basically is like prolapse, nozzle, pro boxing supplies. There's so many brands that use, or even Rival uses that tarpaulin material. You'll notice that some of those bags take a lot of breaking in. They're a lot stiffer. I have my nozzle bag currently at my boxing coach's gym, Tommy. It's at his gym. And a lot of the NFL players that they train there, you know, they're bigger dudes. They just naturally, they have more power because of how big they are and how much they weigh. But they're still hitting that nozzle bag like it's held up very well. This is the kind of bag that's really perfect for home use because you don't really need to break it in. There really is no break-in period. And you can start going to work on this and it's relatively soft from the get-go. So if you're looking for something definitely more forgiving on your hands, your wrist, your joints, if you have, you know, tendonitis or golfer's elbow, you know, boxing, they get that too, where, you know, from so many years of throwing punches and landing, you get that impact, and that force of the impact goes down and it kind of collects here in your elbow, then this is going to be a perfect bag because it's really going to reduce the amount of impact and stress that you're putting on your body. And to be quite frank, like I said earlier, for $153, you know, they always say that regular price is $299, but I don't think I've ever seen this bag at $299. Maybe when it was first released, but now there's no way you should be paying that full price. You know, about 150, maybe the 170s, what you'll be seeing if you Google this bag. But I think it's an awesome bag. I love hitting this thing, honestly, even more so than the nozzle bag, just because it's more forgiving and I can really sink in power shots with full confidence and not feel like I might re-injure my wrist or have sore knuckles. So definitely highly recommend this bag. I feel it's one of those bags that's kind of under the radar. You don't really see too many people have this bag, mainly because nobody wants to try it out. Nobody really, you know, wants to dish out the money to try out an unproven product, but I did. So definitely a winner in my opinion. I think you guys will be satisfied with this bag. The consistency feels great. And again, I'm overall very happy with my purchase of this bullet bag. So if you guys have any questions or comments, as usual, put them down below in the comments box. I'll put the link in the description box. Find this SCYNTZ bullet bag. See you guys later. Take care.